And in the main event, we got to see Julio Pedrosa.
Yeah, who's an American chap.
Yeah, touring. Like a guy in America who usually works for Northern Californian indies.
Yeah.
So the same sort of places as I know people who listen to the show are very fond of Vinny Massaro.
Okay.
So he's probably a mate of Vinny Massaro's, unless they've got horrible heat. I don't really know.
That's why he's had to leave the country.
Yeah. But he's come over here for a couple of months just to work these touring shows.
Yeah. And I think that's an interesting sort of thing for somebody from North America to do. I mean, I joked that he must have read Brian Danielson's autobiography because he went that same sort of path to some extent. Yeah. Obviously, he had some quite high-profile training, but came over to the UK and worked a lot of those camp shows. Yeah. To sort of, tread in the footsteps of people that have gone before and get a lot of experience. And it's an easy way to wrestle regularly over a short period of time. Well,
back in the day, some of the Japanese guys used to come over here and do that.
Well, yeah.
I'm hoping we'll get to the point soon where they'll be able to do it again. But Togi Makabe, he did his seasoning in the UK.
Well, Liger.
Yeah.
And we are obviously, a lot of the companies that we talk about that we've covered on the podcast, we're getting to a point where there is a lot more midweek wrestling of a certain style going on. But there's always been midweek wrestling. Yeah. It's just not hot.
No.
It's not hot. And like your 20-somethings who are into punk rock and metal aren't going to them. Yeah. And this is how these people are working. This is how these people are earning a living. People joke about El Ligero working like 500 matches a year. And that's because he's doing shows like this. He did 2 matches tonight.
Yeah. The majority of the people we saw tonight, in fact, probably all of them. Maybe I'd quite like Joe Nelson to grow up a little bit.
Grow up, yeah. Well, he will.
Yeah,
that's just a passage of time.
But the rest of them, I'd love to see him again.
Yeah,
you know,
I would we could have seen somebody who will be a big star in like 4 or 5 years' time. Yeah. We don't know that, but David Graves, Joe Nelson, Robbie McKenzie. I don't know how young Dan Hudson is. He might be younger than his look belies. Yeah. But, these guys might have great futures ahead of them, and we don't know that yet. Yeah. So get out to your local family-friendly wrestling. Yeah. See the stars of the future. If you like collecting names, if you like filling out a spreadsheet so that you bigger list than your mate next door, get to these shows because you'll see some unique names.